Sounds like Emery.
Yeah, he can't sneak up on me.
Unless he takes the wife's car.
I don't know what that looks like.
And this is Misty. And I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
This is my mom here.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm waiting on Lisa Sargent, should be here
Yeah.
tonight too.
Yeah.
The owl's red.
Yeah, I have the Zoom muted until I officially start.
There's the bell. I still have 1 minute to go. I'm gonna see if Emery came dashing in, but
Yeah.
I can start.
Oh, not who I was expecting. I was thinking you were Emery.
That was Gabriella's Aunt Nancy's bench.
Oh, okay.
We snuck it in here over the weekend.
But no one was watching.
I miss the bench. It's much nicer than the chairs.
Yeah, it's shaped, you know?
It is. It's one big slab of oak too.
That's kind of weird. It's getting everybody's like heads.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Better?
I still hate that plastic.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
All right.
Turn the oak in that bench and do something.
At 5 o'clock on Monday, December 22nd, I will call the select board meeting to order. Let's see, we have additions to the signature file. Are there any other changes? No. Okay. Any public input before we get started? Anything urgent? Okay. To new business, we're going to start with appropriation request by petition with the Us Be Concerned citizens. You're up.
Good morning, yeah. Good afternoon. So we're asking for $38,000, which was the same as last year. And I figured this time I'll share kind of like what we do, what a typical day looks like. Maybe that will be helpful. So we open around 8 or 9. The cooks start around 8. A lot of people come in by 9. And they'll cook the meal for the day. And the drivers will come in around 10. So when the meal's ready, they start dishing it out. And we have 11 routes in Ossipee. And in Molten Borough, we have 5. So we'll give the meals out. The drivers will pick them up and bring them out. And then come back. And then at 12, we do a congregate meal. And we'll serve that. And the Tamworth Nurses Association, they help us with all our Tamworth drivers, which is super helpful because we coordinate the rest of them. So they're a huge asset to our program. And they actually got a grant to get their own coolers recently, which helps a lot.
Oh, nice.
Because it's a lot for them to come there and then come back here and then bring the coolers again. So
And
that's
there's
been
2
great.
routes, I think, in Tamworth.
Yep, 2 routes in Tamworth and they're large routes. Tamworth is a big percentage of what we do with the Meals on Wheels, which shows the Nurses Association really reaches out to their people here and they get, I think they cover a lot more people than any other town. It's just really cool to see. And some stories that I wanted to share is when we did have a nutrition to approve our menu, they're more nutritional than they ever were, and that's been the past 3 or 4 years. And when we started that, we had people calling and saying they no longer needed to be on their insulin or they needed less insulin,
Wow.
which was pretty amazing. And we even had a guy lose 20 pounds, which was amazing. Yeah. And in our congregate program, it's helpful because people feel less isolated. So that's a big part of what we do. Is there anything else you guys want to know about the program?
That congregate meals is where?
Um,
Here.
There's one in Ossipee and there's one in Moultonborough, and in the summertime, we have one at the hall.
Union Hall?
Union Hall, once a week. So that gives a chance for people to be able to come there where it's closer. But it's,
Where in Ossipee is it?
Free Door Street,
Oh, okay.
Right in the center of
Kind
town.
of downtown.
right in the center of Center Ossipee.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So is the number of Tamworth residents up or down or about the same as last year?
I think everywhere we're a little bit down.
Ah.
And I accidentally mixed, on the sheet that I gave you guys, I mixed up congregate and home
Oh,
delivered
Ah.
by accident. Because we have 30 home delivered and 6 congregate.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
sorry about that.
that makes, yeah.
I was reviewing it and I'm like, whoops.
Are those Tamworth specific numbers?
Yep,
Oh.
those are, yeah, I try to divide, I keep track of every town so I can show each town what we're serving it for them. So I can prove, you know, how much money we're spending here and why I'm asking for what I'm asking for. That way it's fair for every town.
And what's the rate per meal now? Last year,
Right now it's $11.98, and last year I think it was a little more. I don't remember the number
Yeah.
off the top of my head, but I can get it to you. Okay.
that's why I can't work.
Yeah, food costs, they should be going down because they lifted the tariffs on food, but a lot of our food is domestic because some of our funding, they want us buying domestic food. So it should help us a little, but.
Any more questions for Misty?
No,
Got a lot
I
right
was
here.
curious in the budget, what were the childcare expenses?
So we also have a childcare that we run,
Oh, okay.
and we have, yeah, it's a whole nother center. I usually don't add those in there, but I sent it, the whole financials by
Yeah.
accident, but yeah, we have a whole childcare center. Usually I keep since we're one nonprofit, when I do my budget, it has everything, the childcare and the meals program, but usually I'll separate them out so you can see how each business is running.
I see, okay.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, what was the ask?
38,000.
Thank you.
What was it last year?
38.
Yep.
we're good.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you, guys.
much. Appreciate it. It's a good paperwork you send us, very complete.
Yeah, I try to cover everything so that, you know, I'm being transparent and everybody can see how it works.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Are you Lisa Sargent?
Yes,
Come on up.
Good timing.
come on up. This is Christina Bertogli, she's our treasurer.
Okay. All right. We're seeking funding from the town.
Yes, for our school age program.
Right, the school age program. And it's 18,000 this year.
Yes, expenses have gone up quite a bit.
But there are fewer kids in that program, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can have the same amount of children. This year we have 6 children that are using the program, but we can have up to 15 at either end of the day.
There's just fewer kids in that age group, or what do you think is the?
Well, all of our kids, our oldest one is in the 3rd grade, so we've got a younger group coming in. Mostly kindergarten, 1st grade. And I think those are the kids that will continue to come, is the younger group. It's all based on what parents have found, as far as alternative care, or if they've changed jobs or whatever. But we still have to offer the same thing. We still have to have the staff person, the room, the heat, the lights, all of that, regardless of the number of children in the program.
How many kids was it last year?
I think we had 8 or 9.
Are you still in the same building that is it right
Yes.
across the street from the school?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. We've changed our name.
I knew that. That happened last year, right?
As of August 1st,
Oh, okay.
it's been Tamworth Preschool Children's Center.
Okay.
What was it before?
Bear Camp Valley School and
Oh,
Children's Center.
I wonder, because this didn't sound familiar. Oh,
No. We decided to go back to our roots,
oh, yeah.
back to the Nancy Cobra days.
So, on this child care program, it looks like your total budget is 32,700,
About that, yeah.
somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's guessing how much our utilities are gonna be, you know,
Right,
you know,
right.
that kind of thing, but,
Budgets are like that.
yeah.
So, how's the other fundraising going? I mean, this is where you're asking for over 50% of that budget.
We have
Um,
been working hard on our fundraising. Takes time to get some going, and we really don't have a big fundraiser. Being a small school, it's hard to,
Yeah,
but we've added a fall fundraiser this year, which was a catalog sales fundraiser. We did okay with that.
Tomorrow night, we have a dine to donate at Flatbread.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah. And we still will do our calendar raffle, and we've had the past 3 years, we've had a flea market yard sale craft fair. This year, we're gonna try to make it more, we're gonna put more
A
out.
whimsy bazaar.
Yes.
Give it a fancy name and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get vendors lined up and that's all in the works.
We have our fundraisers, like I said, they're not big fundraisers, but we're hoping that they're going to be consistent and people can count on them, and more people will start to come and be part of that. We're still looking for one to do February.
So does the Brett School doesn't have before care or after care? Nothing like that. And what were I remember hearing about, I don't know what actually happened with the district preschool. Did that ever happen?
It is in Madison.
Okay.
I have heard that it may not be a district-wide one
Okay.
next year, but I don't, that's just hearsay. I don't know for sure, but yeah.
Any,
What else can we tell you?
any other questions?
Nope.
Lisa? Yes, Ed?
Can you just repeat the name of the organization since it's changed and what the ask is?
Tamworth Preschool, Inc.
$18,000.
Thank you.
Thanks for
All right.
coming.
Thank you.
Okay,
And-
thank you.
Have a good winter. Stay warm.
Yes, you too.
Yeah.
Okay. Transfer station improvements, updates on USDA equipment.
Emily and I have been very busy
Yeah.
these last couple of weeks. We had good conversations with USDA, and I can't remember where we stood after the last meeting because lots been happening. But we've structured the budget for the transfer station improvements so we didn't have to have the USDA money, because you have to front the money anyway and you get reimbursed. And since we'd never worked with them before, I think it's just safer not to have something you're not sure you're going to get. So we could survive without them. And I always figured if we got some weird news from them, it would be, oh, we're shutting down, the agency's closing or whatever. Well, it seems it's just the opposite. They offered the town of Tamworth in 2022 a grant of up to $493,000 in change which was about 35% of the total construction and equipment cost for the building. So the plans have advanced quite a bit in the last 3+ years. And when we decided not to take the money and apply it to construction because the requirements were too cumbersome, we said we'll just put it to equipment because then there's almost no requirements. You just seek 3 quotes like we would do anyway. Well, it turns out that they really want us to spend that $493,000. And we only needed about $40,000 for 35% of the equipment. So the first thing they told us is, well, you won't put any money in on the equipment, we'll pay for all of it. And that was, you don't expect to get that kind of news. You expect the other kind of news, like we're giving you less, now we're giving you more. So they also said, do you need any other equipment? So Emily and I have looked at every piece of equipment we can think of at the transfer station and gotten prices for most of it if we choose to replace it. And the USDA has told us that they will pay for it. I think to be safe, it would make sense to tell any vendor that we buy something from, hey, if we take delivery, we're going to let it sit there until the grant money comes. And if the grant money doesn't come, we're bringing it back. So that we're not exposed if something goes wrong at the last minute. But if we look at the equipment at the transfer station, none of it's, other than the compactor we just installed earlier this year, it's all pretty old. I think the old compactor is 25 years old, the chipper is 40+ years old, the backhoe is 40+ years old. A lot of the containers are, God knows how old they are. They're older than Emery anyway. Maybe older than Steve, I'm not sure which. So we did get quotes on everything. And now our decision tonight would be, okay, what pieces of equipment would we like to replace, considering the things we've already agreed to purchase, 2 balers, 4 shipping containers, the mini loader. The USDA is going to pay for all of that. And that's $103,000, something like that. We got quotes on the backhoe, which is probably the most important piece of equipment we have and the oldest. And they range from what, 141,000 to 159, something like that.
Good memory.
3 different manufacturers. The road agent got the quotes for us. We have several quotes for the chipper, 2 quotes for the old compactor, the one in the building. Rick indicates he could really use a compact tractor for the rec fields that would occasionally be used at the transfer station, which is a little unusual, and we made it very clear with the USDA. This thing's mostly for the rec fields. It would occasionally do something at the transfer station. And am I leaving anything out?
These are the things we've already purchased.
Compactor containers.
The backhoe.
Containers, we have quotes from 2 vendors for containers.
Yeah.
One thing that's probably not on the list is security camera system, which we talked about last time. I don't think we've confirmed with the USDA that they would pay for that, but they seem to be supportive of paying for things.
Yeah.
So that's something we could approach them about.
Right now, that's budget. So our budget looks a little different now. We've,
Ed, we've got it on the screen now. Sharing the screen.
basically, the taxpayer dollars that we are just going to the building and the construction of the building.
That's good. Thank you.
We have the security cameras accounted for in that line,
Yeah.
we do.
along with like engineering and some of the supplies that we needed for the new building.
Yeah.
But even with that total, we end up having a surplus that if this isn't totally either spent or encumbered by today, or by the 1st, this is the amount that will end up being.
And since I can't see that, you gotta tell me that.
Oh, you can't see it?
No.
Oh, Richard.
I'd have to be really close.
It's $134,462 that will roll over into the unassigned fund balance, which is great. We can use that at the tax rate setting time. And then for the USDA grant budget, This compactor is the one we've already purchased and installed, and I've resubmitted that for, I've submitted that for reimbursement from the USDA, and that seems to have gone through. We should have that money in
I think
our
they said a week or two would
account
take,
by Friday, yeah.
which is pretty quick.
So-
I don't government to
Yes.
pay for anything.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to see how that works.
Yeah.
Once the first one goes, the second one's, the systems are kind of down.
And they've definitely made it clear the process is like, I need to go to them, show them that we've gotten three bids, the select board approves this purchase, and then they say, yep, we'll cover that, great, I can purchase it, and then submit the invoice to them to be reimbursed, so.
Emily, we should make a note in the minutes that Leanne joined us by Zoom.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
5:17 or something. Yep.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I can't be there.
Hi,
okay,
Leanne. Hi,
you're busy.
Leanne.
So then here's the balers, the mini loader, and the storage containers that we've already talked about. We've already encumbered those. USDA has already given us the green light on those, so those are on order. We did purchase a snow blower. And then here are the pieces of equipment that Richard and I are referring to. So you can see, even with all of these things being accounted for, we'll have about $113,000 left of USDA money that does not expire, unlike the taxpayer funds that will lapse. These are funds, USDA explained to us that we have an additional year to kind of sort this out, and that it could be used for equipment for sure, but potentially also projects like paving. But they would need to do some guidance with that. They'll probably have like restrictions on how we go out to bid on that, and if they require engineer oversight. So, but this is just a glance at how we can play with the numbers. We can, look at what we've got in for bids, what pieces of equipment we definitely want to get, what we can live without, and I can just type it in here, and you can see how that bottom line changes.
So if we want to stick with just what we already had anticipated, then we just forge ahead with that. But if the USDA is willing to buy us a brand new backhoe,
Yeah.
and a couple other things, it's kind of hard to say no to that. I mean, it's 40 plus years old.
Yep.
It's been on the CIP a couple times. I think it'd still be there
Yeah.
to be replaced.
Yeah.
So to me, that seems like an obvious
Yep.
thing. It's probably the most important thing we have, and it's the oldest thing we have.
If we decide to stop doing brush,
Yeah,
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
is there does the transfer station need a plow truck versus a chipper that may only be used partially at the transfer station?
Yeah.
Kind of like the mini loader.
Kind of like the mini.
I think with the backhoe and the snow pusher and the mini loader, that seems like you've got, and a snow blower, and they're all new.
I was kind of more thinking just replacing a piece of equipment in town that might be
Yeah.
need to be replaced in the
Yeah.
near future that could potentially be, like it might have a sander on it that might be used at the transfer station part of the time.
We could, I think it'd be hard to make enough decisions to fix this all this year, but the good thing is the USDA money is good for another year or two. The trouble is our funding from 2022 expires now. So I think we should make some decisions now, and I'm open to a phase 3. We would just have to make a few preliminary decisions, go back to town meeting for a new authorization. It would all be grant funded. It would be one of those warrant articles where this is null and void if the grant doesn't come through, kind of.
Yep.
But that's the one way to, because my thought was, okay, do we want to scale it? Do we want to scale at the transfer station? It gives us some possibilities over the next few months to figure that out. But we managed to get quotes on everything that we could think of at the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know the best way to do it other than to go through them one at a time and see, do people like the concept, and then do we want to award bids to contractors, or are there just certain things you think are the most important, or those that you're not comfortable with? I'm not sure the best way to do it, other than to say the backhoe seems like an obvious
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Richard, can I just ask a question?
choice.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the warrant to carry the USDA funding for another year, we don't have to have any decision attached to that warrant about what the funding's for, just that X amount's gonna carry over into the next year for, to be expended at the transfer station.
You mean for a future phase, if we wanted to do that? I think you
Yeah,
have.
like if we have this 113.7 that we can't spend by the end of the year, and we don't wanna lose it, what's the process to carry that money forward? What's the language?
Well, I think we'd need a new warrant article, and you have to provide as much detail as you can.
Okay,
And we have until the first week of February, so I think we would have all the detail we might need by then.
Okay.
The last one didn't specify each equipment, and I went back and looked at it. It talked more about goals, which was to a safe place for your employees and increasing recycling capacity. It didn't specify the types of equipment, but if you can, you should, so people know exactly what they're paying for.
okay, thank you.
A couple of things for me that I'm not sure about is, I met with the vendor who sells compactors and cans, containers. And he looked at our existing compactor was installed in 2000, it's 25 years old. And we crawled underneath the building, I'd never been under there. But I thought we'd spook some raccoons, but there were none there at the time. And he told me that one looks pretty fine to him. And he sells that one. He is the vendor in New Hampshire who sells it. So I'm not
I think
comfortable.
it's been worked on.
Right, and it's just was service recent.
Yeah.
So it is old. It's 25 years old, which compared to the backhoe and the chipper is not that old. But particularly since the guy who sells them, who could have sold us one, said it looks pretty good. Doesn't seem like a good use of our money to buy something that he thinks is pretty good. So personally, I'm not sure I'm in favor of a new compactor.
I mean, there's been a lot of risk around running that compactor for a while. I've been, hearing lots of concerns.
Yeah,
We have the backup of the ground level, which is great.
right. If it wasn't for that, I'd be worried.
Right. Yeah. I think if we have the chance to get a new one, we should get a new one, because if that thing goes down, that ground level won't be enough to keep us.
Do we replace that one or keep that one and do another like ground level? I mean,
Oh, no, we
I
should
think just
definitely
swap
keep
it
that
out.
one in.
Yeah, that's what I
with
was
the building.
not well. So are we gonna swap that one out?
Right. And you'd get
Okay. Well, I was,
$1,700 or so trade-in for it.
Big money.
Yeah. And we have two vendors. One is the guy that did the one that's out on the ground. The other is the same gentleman we just agreed to buy 2 balers from him. He sells all kinds of equipment. And he is the PTR rep in New Hampshire, and that's a PTR baler.
now, is there anything attached to this? Like, if we buy the mini loader with this grant, do we have to keep it for a certain amount of time? If we wanted to, like, say in 5 years, for like, well, this isn't working perfectly, we could probably upgrade to this piece of machinery. It would work better because now we figured out like what works well here. Is there anything attached saying you have to keep that piece of equipment for that long because you can't just like get rid of it and have that?
I don't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Typically, grants have a certain lifespan for the equipment, and you need to be using it for the lifespan. Unless it breaks, you have to replace it or it catches on fire or something. What they don't want you to do is give you something and use it for 5 years.
Well, have you sell it and take the money?
Right.
Is kind of more or less what I was
Right.
beating around. Right.
Yeah.
I would assume that is the case.
Yep.
That it's got a certain lifespan, and for equipment it would be like 20 years or something, I would guess.
Maybe.
Depends on how
Depends
heavy
on
you
how
use
hard
it.
it's used.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the new stuff isn't going to last 40 years. I can promise that.
Yeah. So the containers, we have a lot of containers. The picture of the containers is a bit unclear to me, but certainly they've been beat up a lot. We have prices from 2 vendors to replace them.
Could we use could we use extra containers? Is there like a reason to have a spare or 2?
There's some that are just not repairable at all.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there Swiss cheese, and then the
No,
other ones are.
I mean, like for whatever. Say we have 6 containers that could all be replaced. Is there a reason to have 8 if we've got the money to buy 8? I mean,
The only thing I can think of is sometimes Waste Management doesn't bring them back in time, and we're short containers, so we have extra containers.
just
That would be good, as long as there's storage space where they're not gonna be in the way.
Correct.
which there probably is somewhere.
If you move some.
I mean,
Lower
yeah,
end
we
of
move
I
some
things.
guess
stuff
if you get
around.
rid of the junk ones.
Right, we would get rid of the junk ones and put in the rotation the new ones.
I think the number that Steve had confirmed was 4.
Yes.
4 new. And the best price was, I think, just over $10,000 per. So they're more than you thought. More
They're
than I thought.
30-yard containers, correct?
45-yard,
45.
24-foot long.
They're 45-yard containers?
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I think they're just taller, and that's where you get that.
I mean, that's what
Only
I'm
ever heard
reading.
of 30
I haven't
40s.
confirmed it personally.
Oh, no, I was
That's
just-
on the
Yeah,
I've-
it's 45 or 50 are the
Because I know like
options.
when you get construction
Yeah.
demo from Waste Management, they're either 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
I think
40s
these are taller. And they also have octagonal shaped ones, which we don't have prices on, that are a little bit cheaper. But they're also a little more light duty, which they'd be fine for us according to the vendor, but I just soon get ones that
Yeah,
aren't
the
so light
salesman's
duty.
obviously going to tell you that.
But, so there's a backhoe, a compactor, 4 containers, then the picture gets a little muddier. Okay, what about this mini tractor?
Right.
And also the chipper. I'm not sure I want a chipper if we're not going to be chipping anymore, but it is a 40-year-old chipper. And I'm shocked at how much a chipper costs. I had no idea they're like $76,000.
Is that the only chipper the town has? Like if the
That is the highway department's chipper.
Yes.
technically.
Oh, that's the only
Yeah.
one?
Yes, and it gets used.
But the highway department
And-
rents a chipper whenever they need
That's
to.
what,
that's
that's
what
what I thought. Yeah.
I wondered, 'cause
So,
I didn't know
They
that.
rent it.
yeah.
and if you were, it looks like here you're going with like a 16-inch or 15-inch roughly chipper. Like if we had the money in there, I mean, I know they go like up to like the next size is like a 19 or probably some brands 18, something like that. Probably like another 20 grand. But if it was going to be used at multiple locations, maybe at least in my experience, like a bigger chipper isn't a bad. And they're not like they're still like a single axle. They're not like huge. I mean, they're still kind of the same.
Yeah.
If the highway department rents one, why do they come and use the one at the transfer station? Because I know that one gets
They might
passed around.
occasionally, but I know they do rent them at
Yeah,
times.
my information's years old, but what I was told years ago was they would rent them if they had a lot of use for it, and if it was just kind of
If it
a
was just
one-off
like a
every
big
now and
storm
again,
and
needed
they-
something, they'd come grab the.
Yeah,
Because the one at the transfer station is archaic and
it's also not like
prone to fail.
I think it's a throw and go. Like it doesn't have like any
I don't
safety
think so.
stuff on it.
Chuck and duck?
Yeah, that's the term I was looking for.
I don't like the sound
I
of
don't
that.
think, I don't
It
think that
doesn't
is.
have a lot of safety equipment.
Yeah, I don't have the safeties on it, no. Not like
so-
the modern ones do.
No.
But if we're not chipping,
Yeah, if we're not chipping the transfer station. I
But
mean,
if we had all I'm thinking is if we
Yeah.
were gonna spend money on that, we
Yeah.
had a new chipper, probably the highway department might not rent one all the time. Maybe we could
Yeah.
convince them that I'm assuming.
Well, I guess
anyway.
until we make the decision about, I mean, a hard decision about chipping.
Yeah, that could be
So-
part of your plan B.
I did talk to Steve
Right.
this weekend about how much are we actually chipping, and he says honestly, since we started charging for it, not much.
Yeah.
Ah,
Very few
Really?
people are bringing in brush.
huh. I figure if it's free, people will come and use it. If it's not, they'll drag it out behind the garage.
Right.
Or
They have
cut it
to-
up and make a fire out of it, which is what I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the location, people get upset about that.
What?
Yeah.
The mini tractor for the Buildings and Grounds Department, we really put in there because this was equipment that's in the CIP. So we were trying to look at, if this is free money for equipment and we can justify also using it at the transfer station, which with the attachments that, one of the questions I asked Rick is, well, how is this different than the mini loader that we just purchased? And he did say that including a rake, and I know nothing about this stuff, so bear with me, but a rake on the back that he could do some grading. It also has a brush attachment so that he could do some maintenance on the taller.
Yeah, it's got brush hog and a York
Yeah.
rake, I think.
Thank you, those are the words.
And probably like I imagine it might have like a mower deck even, probably.
It's a BX, you could get it.
Mower deck.
Yeah, it's a compact tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could do the fields and stuff with it. I mean, I know they already have a lawnmower, but
I mean, this was really, last week was kind of like, how do you spend this much money on equipment? I kind of had to look outside of the box.
tough question. Figure this out pretty quickly.
Well, so that's why that's in there, it's in our CIP, but it's, it's obviously up
Do
to
you think
the
the transfer station needs a police cruiser or like a fire truck?
I wish you could have stressed.
New rescue, maybe.
one time it might go to the transfer station. All right, so
Let's hope
okay,
no.
yeah.
What do
So
we
Richard,
think?
what do you need us to do tonight?
Well,
I think we need to make decisions on all these items.
Yeah.
So maybe the easiest way is, which one has the least amount of support? Is it the chipper?
Do we have money for all of them?
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Even if we do all of them,
From
we have,
whatever I'm seeing on the screen, I don't see chipper on the screen that you're sharing with me, Emily.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point. I took it out at one point. We could change this, because we did, so one thing that Richard and I talked about was more, not containers for the compactor, but storage containers for the balers. And we decided that wasn't a
Right, don't
good
need it.
idea.
we found out that for aluminum cans, you don't need to fill up a container. You can have 5 to 10 bales of aluminum and they'll come get them because there's so much value in aluminum. So we don't even need 40 feet worth of bales of
Is there something else like that we could have extra of like with the balers? And this is sounding probably pretty ignorant because I have no idea how balers work. But is there like hardware that you need to like make the bales or anything?
You need wire and gripples.
Is there like a 20-year amount of that stuff that we could like buy ahead?
I don't know if that would count as equipment.
Yeah.
yeah, that's more
Supplies.
supplies.
That's the problem, but I hear what you're
It's a
saying.
good idea.
I'm with you. What things for the recycling center?
Can
Like I was thinking about a heater.
Can they like?
Yeah, a space heater maybe. I was thinking about that. But I wonder if it should be, there's so many different types of heaters, whether it should be infrared or convection, etc. Should it be hanging from the ceiling or mounted on the wall or a plug in over there?
And like, does the baler like does it use some type of oil or something?
Hydraulic oil.
And
Hydraulics,
grease.
yeah.
There must be grease and stuff.
Sure.
Like, is there like, is that supplies technically?
Probably, yeah.
Can you like put it into the bundle of purchasing the baler? Hey, so we also want a 20.
Throw me in
supply
20 years of,
Grease.
probably not.
All right.
So putting in, I think the backhoe, I put in, well, since we decided on the backhoe, let's focus on that and determine which one we think we would go with. And if you need to look at the actual quotes, those are the three.
I would strongly encourage that either we get the John Deere or the Caterpillar over the Case. In my personal opinion, I think Case equipment and God, I hope this isn't like I'm not supposed to talk
You don't
down
have
on
to say it.
Case equipment, but
I would recommend the cat myself from other transfer stations
yeah.
I've talked to.
I think parts down the road too. Caterpillar has cheaper, and I don't know if it's going to make up that difference, but it has cheaper parts in the long run. Like John Deere, once it gets over a certain age, they charge you like an antique part price. I don't know if it's 15 years, 20 years, whatever. The parts are astronomically expensive.
They are.
So
I've heard about it.
and Cat has better service. And they have a whole warehouse full of stuff down there. Like you could call them for any single part on that backhoe, and they're going to have it on the shelf that afternoon. Wow,
It's the most expensive one, but
it is.
But it sounds like the trade-off comes with everything Emery just said, right?
Yeah.
Bigger upfront cost, but you're gonna save on maintenance and parts, and that'll get more expensive as the time goes on.
It's not like that. I mean, percentage-wise, it's not like it's not a huge difference. But yeah, either John Deere or Cat.
I'm surprised the John.
Also, we have a Caterpillar that's the same exact size at the transfer station. I don't know if any of the parts are compatible, but I think that probably
You mean at the
the implements might be compatible.
highway department.
Highway
I mean, the
department.
I think they
You
have
said
a
transfer.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
highway
highway.
I
department.
think just last year, so.
So I think even like bucket to bucket, and like for the backhoe as well as the. I don't know if this is like having a quick coupler on the backhoe portion or not, or a thumb, but
Yeah, actually, does the cat have a thumb? That's something that Steve was clear on needing.
I just assume it does, but.
yeah. I don't know backhoes as well as excavators, but that's like typically like an extra on an excavator.
Right.
You want to make sure that we definitely, if you, regardless of the brand, would want to make sure that it has that. There's a lot of.
Crushing up metal, I mean, even getting like a shear or something would be nice, but a little late for putting that on now.
Well, since this is grant money, do you want to go with the Cat? Should I put that number in and?
Sure.
See
Yeah,
where we
why
go
don't you
from
put
there?
the Caterpillar number in?
Okay. All right, where are we feeling about the, I'm gonna go to the compactor, because that sounded like the second most important piece of equipment.
I'm definitely in for the compactor.
Yeah.
And even more specifically, I'm assuming we have the 445 HD now. It's been serving us well. I'd be inclined to go with that again.
That's the one that's on the ground.
Yeah.
The one underneath is.
Oh, that's the ground level.
Right. The one underneath is a PTR, which are the
Okay.
two on the bottom.
Oh, I wonder why,
What's the hybrid version of the PTR?
Hybrid, all that means is it's factory refurbished.
Oh, then we should go with the new PTR.
So they take the hydraulics and electronics out and they put the new ones in. So you get the same warranty as new, but that hybrid means factory refurbished.
Okay. Fancy wording.
Yeah,
so why would Todd from Atlantic quote us on the 445 HD?
because that's a waste quip and he is a rep for waste quip.
Oh, okay.
Winter is a rep for PTR, so he shows us PTR.
Gotcha.
And what we have now is a PTR.
Oh, okay. So is that the one?
The
Would you like me to put
32,674.
the, okay.
Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
674?
Yep.
Okay.
And so we haven't made a choice on the, oh, that's okay, we have on the,
The backhoe cap.
yeah.
So we've done the backhoe.
Oh, this is the,
compact.
I was thinking it was the mini loader, but it's the compact tractor.
Yeah, so,
So containers?
Yeah.
containers
Let's say if we
probably
did
the most-
4.
Yep.
And,
So that's 10,000 and change plus I think it's $625 to deliver it. So that's
That number actually includes the delivery.
understood. The actual price of the unit is 10,300 something.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it gets up to 10,900.
Yeah.
so you think that top number
Yeah.
is the way to go? Recycling New England.
Yeah, it's for whatever reason it's a little cheaper than
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic Recycling.
Yeah.
And you think so you want to do 4 of them?
I think so.
We should.
Okay. 43.
Yes, it does have.
A thumb?
It does have a thumb?
Yeah.
Or it has a thumb available?
No, it has a.
Oh, it has? Oh, cool.
And all those prices come with forks as well.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're officially over budget.
Okay.
So, if those 3 things are,
Because I think Emily had in the budget 2 cans, so we went to 4 cans.
yeah, and I didn't have a chipper in there. So adding the chipper in puts us over, if that sways us in any way.
Which chipper did you?
I put in the most expensive chipper.
Which is.
Vermeer.
The Vermeer.
Can I make a recommendation on that, whether you'd like to hear it or not? So, I rent a lot of chippers, I don't own one.
Mm-hmm.
I rent Vermeers from Coleman's, and through MB we rent the Bandit. Prefer the Bandit chipper over the Vermeer. I think they have a lot better feed system. They have like a double roller feed versus the Vermeer has a single roller feed.
yeah.
I don't know which one's really better quality in the long run because I send them back at the end of the day. So I can't really say at the end of the day, but I personally like using the Bandit better than the Vermeer.
Yeah.
I think Jason has a Bandit.
Yeah, I know a lot of tree companies who run Bandit chippers. I'm definitely not an expert on chippers, and I'm not an expert at really any of this stuff, but I've ran a lot of it, so.
So Emily, if you've got the budget there, are we to the point where it's either mini tractor or chipper? Is that what it comes
Only
down to?
2914 over.
Well, yeah, we're only at about $3,000 over, so if you wanted to, get a less expensive, get rid of a couple attachments on the tractor or something like that, you could.
We're $3,000
Okay, so you
over.
have the tractor there.
Yes.
Which one?
The mini tractor,
MD.
Yeah, the BX.
the MB, the Kubota.
Then I think
That's actually.
if you put in the John Deere price, we might get there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if we're seriously considering not chipping at the transfer station, then is the benefit of having the chipper here because we could use it at the transfer station a little bit, but really the highway department would be using it? Because that's a huge amount of money if we're not gonna be chipping at the transfer station. very much longer.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
But
And that, I mean, there are other things we've talked about that we aren't gonna make a decision tonight about, like paving or scale, or who knows what might come up once we start functioning as a new transfer station. And is there any way, Richard, to just have that as, I guess if we have to have a specific use for it in the warrant, I would say keep that 79,000 aside right now and let us think like more seriously pros and cons of paving, scale, whatever else I'm not remembering from past conversations, and have those conversations in January, rather than
Right.
getting something that, like we've talked about chipping at the transfer station a lot in the past years, and it seems like it comes down to a thing that's winding down.
And even with the, not that we're talking about the highway department, but even with the highway department chipping, like, I'm a firm believer with wood chippers, and again, Richard Roberts might say something completely different. Rent them, send them back.
Yeah.
Big wear and tear item.
Yeah.
Really?
They do get
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
As far as
Good point.
I would never want to own one person. Not that we use it every day, but even if I did use it often,
Okay.
that 250
It's
bucks to rent it for the
250 bucks a
day.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe 300 for this size chipper. Like,
Yeah.
No, and I think we shouldn't be chipping up at the transfer station anyways,
yeah.
at
Yeah.
this point, so.
Well, so
And
we could.
I
So we
think
could pull that and save that for
Future
New
conversation.
Year conversation.
Yeah.
And if we really want to focus on the transfer station, which we should be,
Yeah.
then we could forego both that and the mini tractor and look further into paving and a truck scale next year.
Which I'm inclined to do as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you took out the mini tractor and the chipper, but kept the other three items we just discussed, that would leave
So
us
we're
with
saying yes, take out the mini tractor?
118,000 of grant money to still.
118?
118
Okay.
to still
The,
explore.
I did ask for updated prices on a scale, they haven't arrived from both vendors. To buy, it's about 60,000, to install, it's maybe 50. But if we put it on the slab that's there, that lowers your install cost, which I think is the only place it's gonna fit. I think we have to determine if that slab is level enough for it, because I think it tips a little based on the puddles that I see.
And would we have enough pull on and off?
I think so, and that's what I wouldn't advocate for now because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think the slab is 140 feet. I think we need 120.
I
The
think-
question though is how do you do the
can you make
traffic
the-
pattern?
Can you make the turn once you come off the scale? So you have to go around
The back side of the bathroom,
yeah.
which we'd need to make sure that area is clear. So I
So
think
that's another conversation.
so there is enough room for
Yeah.
there's enough money for a scale if we don't buy these items. Paving, I did get a second quote on paving. It was higher than the first quote. Then I asked the good bidder, and I'm not sure if this is, I don't think it is, the low bidder, what if we paved the road we talked about between the cans and the hillside? So every place that somebody would drive would be on pavement. So that ups the square footage, so that price to pave everything that people drive on would be just over $50,000. So you probably don't have enough money for paving in a scale, but you definitely have enough money for at least one of them. And we
Maybe.
can figure that out next year.
Maybe at that point, if there was like a small difference, we could decide if we wanted to make it up.
But I believe with the
Tax
paving, we're gonna
dollars.
have to have engineered plans again, right?
They said that they'd look into that,
Right.
but.
I advocated to them, for little pavement projects, we don't engineer it. We sketch it on a plan, and we get a quote from the guy, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, they're gonna grade it the correct.
Right.
I feel confident, and then you could even ask him to like, or you
Change
might be able to
the
get somebody else's opinion to like, if it needs some more base gravel installed or something, like because you don't want to pave over junk. But the pavement companies are gonna be able to grade it. They're even if you do get engineered plans, they're gonna grade it to what it needs to be.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so.
And if we can avoid hiring engineers to make the USDA comfortable, then we will. But if
Yeah,
Because
if
we
you
have to, we do.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm fine with foregoing the chipper and the mini tractor at this time.
Cool.
Okay.
And we could go for the cat, the backhoe. If you would make sure we have the numbers, 159.9 for the backhoe.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's up there.
Yep.
The new PTR, if we wanted to save 10 grand for refurbished, we could get a $22,000 and change PTR compactor. Or spend 10,000 more and get a new one.
I think it's worth it to get the new one at this point.
I don't know anything about compactors. I would say new sounds cool, but
I mean, we've been repairing this one for 25 years to start off with one that's already got wear on it. Why? I realize everything's been gone through hydraulic and component wise, but
And four 45-yard containers at
Yeah.
10,965.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've,
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so you're talking equipment, I'm familiar with equipment. So, why would you need a mini tractor? Because if you do a Bobcat, you can get every attachment for a Bobcat that runs hydraulically rather than a mini tractor. Now, I have a mini tractor at home, 3-cylinder, you know, works great, the whole thing, but
No, we just.
you need bigger stuff up there.
well, the mini tractor is mostly for the rec fields, not the transfer station.
Oh, okay, oh,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
whole other story then.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, we're
And-
okay. Yeah.
And we're,
We just took it off the list.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, just for up there.
Yeah.
Because with and then you said like a truck with a plow, but I
I
was gonna say, just a box plow for either the
Absolutely.
backhoe or.
we already have it.
We have it.
We already have it.
Okay, yeah, I
I was,
saw it.
the only reason I threw that out there is more to replace a different item in town that might not be so focused on the transfer station, but could potentially be used at the transfer station. We've got this money that they're gonna give us 100% without
Right.
reimbursement. I was just trying to
There's
think
other,
of,
yeah, other
a way-
equipment needs to be, yeah, I know what
to
you're
spend
saying.
it, so
Yeah, I was just curious.
that's
Yep.
not good.
Okay. So,
But first,
yeah.
we have to encumber funds for other expenses.
Well, I think, so while we're on this subject, if you want to make a motion to encumber these 3 items,
okay.
that'd be great, because
Okay.
then what I can do tonight
Do the
is
paperwork.
do the paperwork and get that under contract before
Before the end of
first. So
Well,
that we don't need,
We're not encumbering them, we're just approving them.
that is encumbering before the end of the year.
right, because, I mean, I could, well, if I get them to send me invoices, no, encumber them, because I still need to run it by the USDA, it gives me more time.
Okay, all right,
I'll make that motion.
go ahead.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of the CAT 420 backhoe, the new PTR compactor from Recycling Mechanical New England, 4 containers, 45 yards from Recycling Mechanical New England.
Second.
Roll call vote,
Did you say yes?
there, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Prentice, yes. Oh, sorry. Prentice, yes.
Sorry, that was out of order.
She's sitting up there.
Yeah.
Confused.
And that gives us over $100,000 of unexpended USDA funds that we can pursue next year.
Yep.
Excellent.
And because I'm authorized to sign contracts on your behalf, I'll get all of these items under contract so that they're encumbered.
Great. Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you.
This is such a happy circumstance to get this
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And we need to make sure we talk to the vendors about, hey, if the grant money doesn't come through, we're bringing them back.
right.
And so I think they're kind of, most vendors I think are used to that when they work with municipalities on grant funds.
yeah, similar to what we did with the, like the snow blower we just purchased, I sent USDA the quote and I said approved, and so at least have in writing, yes, we will approve this and reimburse you for it. It's like, okay, that's the best you can do, you know. And then the money shows up when they send it.
Should we talk security cameras?
Yeah, sure, before we get to, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's in
Okay,
there.
Because that's
Yeah,
under
yeah.
encumbered funds.
Yeah.
I think Steve had reached out to, and I think met on site with
Yes.
Lakeside Security. Emil and I had the same guy in the office and talked some more about it. I looked closer at the recycling building plans. The quote for the recycling building doesn't include cameras, but the wiring and cabling for the cameras. It has 2 cameras on the outside of the building, 3 on the inside of the building, which I think is overkill. So we've asked Lakeside Security to update their quote, which was $6,825. to include the internal cameras in the same system, and to forego the external because they were already doing an external that could see outside the building.
Right. Okay.
The one thing it doesn't do, it doesn't have a camera down by the gate.
Correct.
So if we want that, we don't have that yet.
Right.
And we don't have an updated price because we just found out today that Matt had a medical emergency and couldn't update his bid. So the bid right now is $6,825. It's gonna go up a little to include internal cameras in the recycling building. So we don't know what the price is exactly. It probably would be another $1,000 or two. But
Yeah,
I
for a
don't
couple
know.
more cameras. When I talked to them about expansion, because the big thing we want to get is that the NVR is the right size, so we can expand it. The NVR has got like 20 ports in it or something. We get plenty of expansion, and then the cameras are a couple $100 a piece normally.
And what the system has is a thing that looks like a DVD player. It's in the office, and that's where all the data goes. And you can set it up any way you want. Emily could call up in the office. I could call up on my phone. So the people we determine have access to the video will all have it.
Right.
So I like that idea.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy authorizing Emily to sign the contract once it's updated, maybe with an amount not to exceed $9,000.
Yeah. I would agree to that as
Do
well.
you think 9,000 covers it?
It should be
Yeah.
It was just over 6, I think, for the
Okay.
main system.
6,825.
And each additional camera, $300 I think is probably the most you're going to see for an additional interior camera.
Yeah.
And the other change was the wireless thing that was talking to
Right.
one of the cameras. It'll be a multi-point,
Okay.
so that would be at least a few $100 to have a multi-point transmitter. So I think 9,000 should do it.
Okay.
But if we have to, we'll have an emergency meeting on New Year's Eve to finalize anything that we don't.
Yeah, right, we can. But she did, yeah, they confirmed they'd get me that updated quote before
Yep.
the first of the year. So as long as you guys give me the approval, again, we can encumber the funds.
So I made the motion.
So that is a motion?
That
Is
is
that a
it.
motion? That's a second then.
A roll call vote.
Do you say yes?
There, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
And I'm trying to
Prentice,
remember.
yes.
Thank you.
Roberts, yes.
So I'm trying to remember what else was on the list. We did the Coleman's gravel and concrete block, I think.
No, so now these
Okay.
are the things that are,
Yeah.
we have contracts in place for, that I
there
need
it
you
is.
guys
Yeah,
to.
the list of them right there.
Oh, I didn't see that list. There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, can I just jump in a sec? Do you need me for anything else? I just called in for the update on the USDA grant.
Okay. Think we're good.
I think we're good.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Hey, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
and
Christmas.
I'll see,
Thanks, Leanne.
see you in the new year.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay, bye-bye, thanks.
556.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the HEB contract for oversight recycling construction, that's for HEB and the architect. And based on our experience with those two, they tend to really overshoot just to be safe. It's probably going to be a half or a third of that.
Yeah.
I think they estimated 50 to 70,000 to engineer the recycling building, and I think the amount in the end was 30 or 40,000. But they shot high, which is good to be safe.
It's always nice when somebody comes in low.
The Coleman's concrete was waste block and gravel to build a loading dock, and additional gravel to fill the area where the containers would go. And it's a not to exceed price. I've met with Cobalt, and they think they'll have 130 yards of excess coming out of the hole. So you put that down first, and then maybe we don't need 200 yards of inch and a half gravel on top of that. So again, that 7,140 will probably be less, because I don't think we'll need all that.
No. Steve had talked to me about getting some concrete blocks to build a retaining wall back, if you can picture where the line is to exit, where all the C&D goes in, back behind along the wood line. He's had some contractors dump their dump trailers there so you can scoop it up later, grab the CD and
okay.
dump it in. So he had talked about that. My question is, I don't know how easy it would be to update the bid to get an additional 6 blocks.
It depends, because they're all different sizes. These are 2 by 6
Okay.
by 2.
Yeah,
So
2 by
huge.
2 by 6.
So it all depends on the area you want. We certainly can update it. It would just need a how high does he want it and the length? And is it closed on the ends or?
Typically with those yard blocks, they're either 2x2x6, the interlocking. I mean, they have different style blocks, but like the yard blocks are the cheaper ones that are kind of just like ugly looking, so to speak,
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah, they're
They
junk.
don't have a face or anything.
Yeah.
And then their half blocks are 2x2x3,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you like you kind of stack them like bricks.
Oh, yeah.
And they also have like corner ones, so there's like a notch in the corner you can butt them up this
sure.
way.
We'll need a couple of corners for that.
Yeah, they're all the same. The halves are the same price regardless. The fulls, regardless if their corners are all the. It's a half block or whole block, but the halves are say like $60. The wholes are 85 or something like that. Roughly speaking.
Maybe.
If you could have Steve sketch it out, it might be next year,
Yeah.
unless we meet again.
Or if if you don't use all that gravel or something, maybe they would work something.
Oh,
out.
can trade off the gravel for some blocks.
I'll have Steve sketch it out, but not,
Yeah.
not a tonight thing.
Okay. Oh, it's the lakeside security. Emily had it 15, but I shot lower at 9.
And then that last piece is just what the planning board had left in their budget that they'd like to encumber. They never got to do the master plan work that they intended this year, and they'd like to carry that over to next year. So we have a contract with Lakes Region Planning Commission. I think Leanne gave you guys an update on that before, but
Yeah.
so that this is just the formal motion to encumber those funds.
Okay, I motion to encumber the funds, $15,295 for HB contract, $7,140 for the Coleman Concrete contract, $9,000 for the Lakeside Security Cameras contract, and $5,616 for Lakes Region Planning Commission.
Second.
Roll call vote.
You say yes?
There, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. This is similar to what you folks had to do with the transfer station improvement article. When it's a special warrant article, and you need to extend it for a year.
Yeah.
Under RSA 32.7, the Depot Road Bridge project that didn't get complete this year, we need to extend that until next year. And this just allows us to.
Yeah. So I make a motion under RSA 32.7 to extend the 2025 warrant article number 11, town meeting authorization for repairs to Depot Road Bridge for one additional year.
Second.
Roll call vote. Bear, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Okay. Warrant article review.
Oh. I didn't, this is just excuse me. I just am letting you know that I've started to put together the 2026 town warrant. I think we can probably go through this at the next meeting in more detail. I was having trouble printing copies of the draft budget. It was printing 30 pages, so. But we will, as we continue to tweak the budget, I'll be updating every warrant article number. I've started to get in all the petition warrant articles. Nothing crazy different than last year, which is good. This kind of leads me into the next thing. As part of my report is that I was just updated, so I'm sorry I didn't put this in your meeting prep, but that there's a new law regarding Keno.
Oh, right.
So where you used to have to vote to make Keno allowable in your town, now as of July 1st, Keno is
You have to
allowed.
vote to allow,
And you have to vote.
ban it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not something that you folks have to do. You can let that come through by petition if that's what the townspeople want to do. And then there's a separate law that also allows you to do away with it if you
Opt out.
opt out. So just, I don't know that you need to take any action tonight. I'm just filling you in.
Thank you.
Any other?
Is that decided at town meeting?
Yeah, it would be a warrant, an article on the warrant. Other than that, there's really not any like warrant articles that are out of the ordinary. I know the planning board is working on the code compliance piece of land use regulations, so that will be an article that from the planning board. I know they met last week, so I'm expecting an update from Leanne at the next board meeting. And that will be something that's on the ballot. So that's that. But that's it. So more on that next week. I'll have budget updates and the warrant copies for you guys.
Okay, great, thank you. Select board update. I think you did yours.
I did mine, definitely.
And I have nothing.
Okay, my update is that Steve is doing a great job as the interim transfer station supervisor.
Good.
He even pushing through a nasty cold to be out there this weekend. We do need help though. We need per diems to come in and fill in, especially on the weekends. Wednesday, Ernesto and Steve can cover it, but the weekends we need a healthy roster. So
Has anybody contacted the names that we had?
I'm not sure. We had some.
I got that list today. Michaela was
Okay.
out sick last week, so I got that today and sent it to Steve Brothers, asking him if he could check his work phone, the cell phone that the supervisor has, to see if any of those contacts are in there. I know two of them haven't been very responsive, and there's just a third, so it's just a small handful.
Yeah.
We'd love more.
Right. So, anyone that wants to sign up for that would be greatly appreciated. Other than that, things are going pretty well.
We should post maybe on the website, looking for per diem.
Okay.
We post the same things before maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably have to up the salary. I don't know what per diems we're getting before.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Nothing for me.
From Emery, okay. Public input.
Okay, real quick, so you guys had spoke about attending or having some kind of liaison with the school board. So I've been to a few meetings because the numbers are really scary over there.
Yeah.
And so, I've been attending meetings, and there's been a few of us from town that have been going to the meetings, which I guess they haven't had that much, interest in it before, but. So anyway, I don't know if you guys were still, I know you guys got your hands full with just the town, but you see, you guys have been doing a good job with the numbers, and all the departments have, I think, is there always room for improvement? Maybe, but like you said, this year's monies look to be about the same as last year's. So, just to throw that out there, but they're looking at around $11 million, so it's a big jump from last year, okay?
Yeah,
But we're concerned that it's just the town, for the size of the town and the amount of students, it's just like,
Yeah.
okay? And then, what was the other thing that I had to say, to ask you? Oh, school board meetings now, and I know you guys have nothing to do with that, right? Can we post them on the calendar? That would be great, because I go on the SAU site and I can't keep up with when the meetings are. And nobody knows until someone finds out, maybe they'll post it or something, but I thought it was on there before, but the new site's great. It's easy to use.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it takes some getting used to.
A little bit, but it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that would be
can
good
do
if you could get that on.
Sure. I'll have to track, I don't know how to find out when they are, but I'll find out.
What's the number of students now, like 175?
Well, yeah,
One
and
fifty.
going to the Brett is like 154, and then there's quite a few going up to the Kennett. Because people were disputing the cost, because it's like 49,000 per student when you include all the students.
It has to be more than that if it's 11 million.
You'd think, but it isn't. And and I have friends of mine from other towns in New Hampshire, and the killer is insurance and retirement funds. But the insurance, the health insurance, it's one of those things where in the private sector, over the last 20 years, employees have been held to a new standard, which is you have to assume more responsibility for your own health insurance. And you know, I just, and this is the whole thing with me, and I've said it before, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. There are people that haven't been getting raises. So naturally, you know, you have people that are working, right? Like for the town and all the departments, and they get raises, but they get raises that seem a little bit more realistic. Where, and it's not just our school, it's statewide and it's nationwide. And I was a union member for 35 years. I'm still a union member, right? You never not. But I'm one of those union members where the union and management work together to come to a satisfactory working relationship. While it seems to me sometimes that maybe the union is we want. And on the other hand, grades are not reflecting what they're getting. So that's just my thing. I don't like to see people having to lose their homes, for towns having to give up things they need because of the school. Listen, I want the kids coming out with great educations to move forward, and I don't think that education today is giving them all the tools that they deserve. That's my feeling, that's my,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, I'm a goof, and I
Thanks, Bert.
have pretty good stuff up here that I retained since back in the day. And then you see what's going on out there with these kids when they're asked simple questions and they can't answer simple questions. And I would interview people for jobs in some of my roles, and whew,
I will say I had a good talk with a school board member and explained to her how I took the approach to shop around for health insurance this year and encouraged them to do the same.
yeah,
And reviewed with her what portion of the school budget is reflected in our tax rate, and she was shocked by that, and she was on the board, so.
yeah.
I know I want to go to more school board meetings. Carl,
Well, it's
you've been-
tough, there's so many meetings.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of meetings.
And they're
And
but-
I haven't been around because of family issues, you know, just like
Yeah.
age-related family stuff, and, you know. So I know, you know, you guys put in the time.
Thank you for going to those meetings, and,
Yeah, you
Making
know,
us aware.
yeah.
I don't want to be an itch, but I just, I
No,
hate to see, especially elderly
I
people.
think a lot
like-
of people agree with you, Mark, the school budget is a little bit out of control and the results aren't that great, so.
I didn't graduate from there that long ago.
I mean, you're-
Well, that's case in point. Hey, I went to that school too, 8 years.
Oh, I had another question.
Oh, boy.
That's your last one.
Oh, this is the last one, and this has to do with the new, she just got hired, she's like working with Dana.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to get information that you maybe aren't supposed to have, but is there ever going to be a chance, or if the select board is going to be able to see what kind of calls, what kind of situations you'll be able to see are being looked at by her, or that they're going to be involved with? Because I just think it would be interesting to
Yeah.
get a handle on what's going on.
I'm pretty sure Dana will include that in his report. If he doesn't, we will request it, because,
I'd asked him that last meeting as well, he said he would be.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Because we're all interested to see how well that works.
we want it to be successful, because it's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
And it seems a lot easier to get social workers than police officers these days. And a good percentage of their work seems to be social work these days, so might as well hire social work.
yeah, it's not an easy job being a cop today.
Yeah. All right, you're done.
I'm done, I'm done, you guys,
Yes,
thank
Ed.
you.
To tag on to what he just said, it'll also, it'll show in the budget where you're saving. Because if he, you know, he should, like I said weeks and weeks ago, he should not be doing that job.
Right,
So
right.
now you got somebody that is focusing on that when he can go do what he's supposed to do.
Well, and this person can actually do a better job, because they can follow up more than the police officer or the police chief can. He doesn't get time to follow up on some of these cases.
Oh, I get that, yeah.
Yeah.
And number two, you mentioned liaison. I think you were gonna ask them, was somebody gonna be a liaison to the?
Yeah, well, they had mentioned that maybe they would consider it. Somebody would go to meetings just to kind of get a taste of what's
That's-
going on.
Well, that's me, and it wasn't so much going to the monthly select board meeting. It was meeting with the chairman of the select board and
School
the-
board.
School board.
School board, yeah.
Sorry. Meeting with the chairman of the school board and the principal and the superintendent. To just, so we know what their thoughts are,
Right.
where they're coming from. And I'm that guy, and the new chairman of the school board did say we really should be meeting more regularly. So we agreed on that, we just haven't come up with a schedule.
Right,
So
I get it.
I'll make a note.
I get
There you
it.
go. It's in the minutes, so. I'm
Oh, it's
holding
in
you
the minutes.
accountable.
All right, good.
Note to self.
Yeah. Yes, Ed?
And at these school board meetings, it must be hammered into the board to look at the New Hampshire DOE competency scores. If you go to the website,
They're all
and you
there.
read the competency scores, you'll be horrified.
Yeah, someone
And
posted them.
with the amount of money that's being spent, with the amount of administration they have,
Is it listed by town, the scores?
it's listed by school.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can see
district.
all the
And
math
then
science.
there's a whole, it's all broken down into graphs and spreadsheets and it's all there.
Yeah.
Now, the school board's financial report line item is available to see. That's easy enough to get, you know, we've all looked at that. It's just, you know, and this kind of like is like off the record thing, but I get it that the teachers have to deal. I don't want to use it as an excuse, but I understand the frustration when you have kids that come to school that have no oversight at home to do the work, to, you know,
Yeah.
I get it, it's frustrating. It's frustrating with some employees, never mind, you know,
Yeah.
kids.
See, they also can't bring up what they have to do to help those kids,
Yeah.
because they can't expose the names of the kids. So when I was looking at the Government Wentworth Regional School District, I thought it would be a good idea to come up with a control number for each student, so you can talk in public about, you know, because I think the school gets, you know, a rotten tomato, because you have so many kids that are coming to school without socks, without underwear,
100%.
without food. There's abuse at home. There's so many more things that the school's dealing with, but they can't talk about it.
Right.
And I think if
I
people...
like that idea.
Yeah, well, I like the control number, because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not saying who it is. You could do that with employees also. But it's just important to know that the teachers are going so far and above what
Yeah.
a teacher should have
Yeah,
to
they
do.
shouldn't.
And if you knew how many poor kids are in these schools,
Oh, we know.
that's another horrifying thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta have the whole picture.
Is that the whole picture?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You guys going into private?
No, not yet. We're gonna do the signatures file first, and then go into non-public. Make a motion to approve the select board public and non-public meeting minutes dated December 9th, 2025.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Did you say yes?
Barry, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
I make a motion to approve abatement for map 211, lot 45, the amount of $38.62, and abatement for map 407, lot 97, in the amount of $6,500.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Did you say yes?
Barry, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Make a motion to approve a supplemental bill for map 407, lot 97, in the amount of $5,419.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Did you say yes?
Barry, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
I make a motion to approve an agreement for payment in lieu of taxes for the Chicago Lake Conservancy.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Did you say yes?
Barry, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
Oh, and I have an accounts payable that I got after I printed this, so, it's an accounts payable in the amount of $457,969.74.
I make a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $457,969.74.
Second.
Do we have a breakdown at all?
Sure, that's a $300,000 school payment, $57,377 to SR1 equipment for the mini loader, $22,000 fire department for their radios. And those are the big hitters.
Yeah, okay. Roll call vote.
Did you say yes?
Bear, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
And now, I make a motion to go into non-public session under RSA 91A:32A.
Second.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I missed you guys.
Yeah, we've been.
Need a second and a roll.
Did you
Adam, you second. Still need a roll
Roll
call.
call.
You said yes?
Bear, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes.
We're in non-public at 6:19.
Okay, thank you. And that's even though nobody's in there.
At home, it's like, that's why you sang.
That's because it's made in China.
Okay.
Okay, I make the motion. Oh, you ready?
Yes.
Make a motion to come out of non-public at 6:49 PM.
Second.
Roll call vote.
You say yes?
Bear, yes.
Schaefer, yes.
Roberts, yes. The minutes are not sealed. We're now out of non-public, 6:49, and the minutes are not sealed.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Bang.
Thanks, good night.
So our next meeting
Thanks,
is on the
everybody.
12th, was it?
December 30th.
December.
But now we're gonna have a special meeting to interview some employees on the 30th. So it'll be non-public. Next Tuesday.
Right.
That's next Tuesday, yeah, and then our regularly scheduled meetings on January 13th.
Whatever that
Third,
second Tuesday.
Second and fourth. Okay.
And we're gonna have our special meeting pretty soon to decide what the select board's raises are.
Yeah,
I know.
keep bringing that up.
I know.
For years, all right?
Yes.
Have a good night, everybody.
You too.